Happiness is a difficult concept to quantify, but a United Nations program is attempting to do so. Every year, the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network releases the World Happiness Report, a research that looks at the links between happiness and development and encourages governments to prioritize the former. Researchers collect data from 6 areas: GDP per capita, life expectancy, social support, trust and corruption, perceived freedom to make life decisions, and charity. While the results of the World Happiness Report 2021 reflect prior trends, every Nordic country made the cut. The list is a little more fascinating in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. The analysis focused on evaluating how different countries responded with the pandemic, as well as how trust in those governments is linked to overall pleasure. Today we will discuss the top 10 most happiest countries in the world. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos in the future. Number 10. Austria. With strong ratings in life expectancy and GDP per capita, Austria made the cut this year. One of the primary takeaways from the Institute's ongoing study is that the first step to happiness is to stop worrying about how happy you are and go for a bike ride. Biking is one of our favorite methods to go around Austria, at least it's wine country, so we think it could assist with happiness rankings. Number 9. New Zealand. New Zealand defeated Australia, who didn't even reach the top 10 this year, adding fire to an already smoldering rivalry. Year after year, Condé Nast Traveler readers claim that Kiwis are a kind, inviting bunch, but according to the United Nations research, a lot of that stems from contentment not only while they're out and about, but also at work. We're guessing the country's tremendous natural wealth, beaches, vineyards, and mountains also plays a part. Number 8. Luxembourg. Luxembourg jumped from 14th to 10th place, knocking top 10 favorites Canada and Australia down a notch. The little country, which has a population of less than 600,000 people, offers good incomes and a strong social security system to assist its citizens after they retire. But, before you conclude that money can buy pleasure in Luxembourg, keep in mind that the country has many additional benefits that have nothing to do with money, such as a fantastic healthcare system and a superb work-life balance. Number 7. Sweden. 7th place in nearly every category measured, Sweden, 7.363, ranks high, if not quite first. Sweden, for example, outperforms all but 4 countries globally in terms of lack of corruption, 2 of which are Finland and Denmark, and has the 14th highest GDP per capita of the 149 countries studied. Sweden remained in 7th place this year. It is not solely due to its high GDP per capita, which it shares with several of its Nordic neighbors, according to a separate research. Sweden is the best country for women because of an emphasis on social equality that begins in kindergarten, 16 months of paid family leave that may be split between a couple after a new kid is brought into the family, and free day care. In general, a focus on work-life balance leads to a happier population. Number 6. Norway. Norway's residents, 7.392, believe their government is taking good care of them, thanks to universal healthcare and free college tuition. Norwegians also have a good work-life balance, working an average of 38 hours a week compared to 41.5 hours in the US. Furthermore, Norway's population have a strong feeling of community and a low crime rate. Norway has slipped in this list since 2017, when it was first, and this year it is the 6th happiest country on the planet. However, there isn't anything to complain about. Few people are left behind as a result of the combination of a well-integrated government welfare system and a thriving economy based on responsible management of natural resources. Good riddance. Fossil fuel-powered cars, and the feelings of social support, trust in government, and economic well-being that result all contribute to overall happiness. Number 5. Netherlands. The Netherlands, also known as Holland to many tulip fans, beats out Norway for the title of 5th happiest country in the world, with a score of 7.464. The Netherlands outperformed every other top 7 country in terms of charity, as well as an amazing lack of perceived corruption. Between 2005 and 2020, the country's satisfaction rating scarcely changed, less than 0.03%. Happiness, it turns out, begins early in the Netherlands. Based on a number of measures linked to educational well-being, safety, and health, a 2013 UNICEF research ranked Dutch children as the happiest in the world. Vincent van Gogh was an outlier, not the norm. Number 4. Iceland. With a total score of 7.554, Iceland is the fourth happiest country in the world in 2021. Iceland ranked high among the top 7 happiest countries in the world in terms of the proportion of respondents who indicated they had a fellow citizen to lean on when things became tough. This was likely most apparent in the aftermath of the country's financial meltdown in 2007 and subsequent revitalization. You'd think that the constant influx of American tourists into Reykjavik would have dampened inhabitants' spirits after all. It's got to be a little more difficult to secure that dinner reservation than it used to be, but the Icelanders seem undeterred when it comes to happiness. Maybe it's because they can always flee the city to a landscape that appears like it belongs on another planet. Number 3. Switzerland. Switzerland, the world's third happiest country, received a total score of 7.571 out of 10. The Swiss are generally healthy, with one of the lowest obesity rates in the world and a lengthy life expectancy. In addition, the Swiss have a relatively high median pay, which is around 75% greater than in the United States. Switzerland also has a strong sense of community and a strong opinion that it is a safe and clean country, which is statistically correct. Switzerland, along with Iceland and Denmark, is one of the safest countries in the world. Everything in Switzerland is voted on, from how many vacation days workers should have to how many immigrants should be allowed in, and referendums are held on a regular basis at the municipal level. Swiss citizens have an unprecedented sense of engagement in their country's evolution, from momentous judgments on human rights to whether a new traffic light should be erected in their area, according to the country's direct democracy system. The Swiss have a reputation for being closed off, which can be off-putting to first-time visitors, but there is a strong social fabric kept together by the concept that everyone's voice matters, which can go a long way toward making one feel content. Number 2. Denmark. Denmark, with a score of 7.620, is the world's second happiest country. The values for each of the 6 variables in Denmark are very similar to those in Finland. Denmark actually outperformed the leader in a number of categories, including GDP per capita, generosity, and perceived lack of corruption, indicating that it could overtake the top spot in the near future. The country ranks near the top of all recorded indicators, including life expectancy, social assistance, and charity, but it is also a country that is heavily invested in renewable energy generation. The country's contentment stems in part from a respect for the planet it was founded on, with the world's most bike-friendly metropolis and a coastline worth spending a lifetime exploring. However, a recent study from the Copenhagen-based Happiness Research Institute breaks down Danish happiness into several areas, including government trust, economic stability, freedom, civil involvement, and work-life balance. Number 1. Finland. According to the 2021 report, Finland is the happiest country in the world, with a score of 7.842 out of a maximum score of 10. The authors of the research praised Finland's residents' strong emotions of civic support and mutual trust with not only securing the top spot, but also, and more crucially, assisting the country as a whole in navigating the COVID-19 pandemic. Furthermore, Finns strongly believed that they were free to make their own decisions and had no suspicion of government corruption. Both of these elements play a significant role in overall happiness. The country is consistently ranked among the world's best education systems. However, it is occasionally surpassed by South Korea, Japan, and Singapore. Much of this success stems from an universal admiration for teachers, who are obliged to hold a master's degree. Their education is state-funded, as well as a pedagogical system that emphasizes experiential learning and equitable opportunity over quantitative testing. That concludes the top 10 most happiest countries in the world. What are your thoughts about our list? Please share your thoughts in the comments box below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos in the future.